Welcome to the Gnorp Apologue. I've never played this game before. I think it's significant because it's like a Linux game. Like it was made for Linux and and Windows. So it actually like works on. I don't. Okay, whoa! I hover over the stone, immediately overwhelmed. What are all of these things? You don't have any talent points, so let's move on. Okay, I guess. What I get from like reading the Steam page is that this is an idle game. It's like an incremental cookie clicker kind of thing. Shards are the main resource of this game. Shards are used for great things. Norps love them. You can hold your mouse button down to keep clicking, but obviously it's slower than if I mash. Okay. Oh, I see that. Norps can use the shards from the rock to make stuff. Okay. I don't know how good of a fit this kind of game is for gold, because it's just an incremental game. But at the same time, I think it should be pretty. What is this? Where all your shards go. Okay. If you hover over it, you'll discover that it also allows you to construct a couple buildings if you have enough shards. Hover over a shard on the ground to the left and then click it. To the left, okay. If the shard is close enough, it will fly to the stash. Right, so I need to like move them over so that they actually get to the place where I can build with them. It is interesting that it's kind of like a physics-based incremental. I've not seen a lot of games like that. It kind of reminds me of Incredimarble, which is that like idle game where it's marble races, which is pretty cool. The Slam Club is where Norps train their slamming. Or Home of the Runners. Well, I do want these, because I'm guessing that the runners are the guys who are going to pick up the... Yeah, they're going to pick up the shards for me, so I don't need to... Okay, that's pretty decent. Is it getting smaller? Is the rock getting smaller? I don't think it is. It did change shape, I feel like. I don't want to run out of shards. Is there anything over this way? Whoa, I can zoom way out. Huh. Okay. Yeah, I mean, it seems like a pretty neat game. I need more Norps. This is bizarre. I guess I need to build housing? Norps need a house. Okay, I mean, I see where the fun is in this. I'm definitely... I think I could get into this. I used to play Cookie Clicker a lot when it came out. Or maybe not literally when it came out, because I don't know when Cookie Clicker came out. But when I first discovered Cookie Clicker, I used to play it a lot. I used to play it in primary school. I used to play a lot of games in primary school instead of like learning, because my teachers just kind of let me do that at a certain point. I was in primary school. I was diagnosed with autism when I was like 9 or something, and ever since that point, they were like, "Well, we're not even gonna try to teach her. we're if she wants to play fucking video games all day and not even be in the classroom half the time, because I spent a lot of time just like not in my classroom, we'll just let her do that." And that's kind of how a lot of my primary school went. I just learned through like being next to people who were learning. Like, I didn't particularly do a lot of maths or English, but I somehow picked it all up enough to do it in high school, which is very lucky. I don't think that's a I don't think that would work for most people in my position, but I just was lucky enough that that was fine. Okay, well, we want to get some slam clubs. But yeah, I remember I would take this laptop and I would just go play all kinds of games, and one of those games actually is one we've played on the channel already. The Attack on Titan tribute game came out in like 2011 or something, so I would have been 8. I would have been 8, and I think I started playing it. I think I started playing it in 2012 probably. And I hadn't seen the show naturally because I was like 9. Um, I think I did watch some of Attack on Titan, like whatever clips and stuff I could find on YouTube. I definitely watched when I was in primary school. Wait. No, my timeline is completely off because Attack on Titan came out in 2013, right? Which means the game must have come out in 2013. Which means I must have been like 10. Yeah, that makes more sense actually, that I played the game when I was 10. Ignore me. Just remembering numbers wrong. I think 2011 is the year that I got Minecraft, which is why that was fresh in my mind from remembering primary school. Yeah, primary school is when I started watching anime. There was this site, which probably still exists, maybe it doesn't. It was called like Naruto Get. And you can just like watch Naruto on it. And I had a friend who like told me about Naruto. This is like the worst possible thing that could have happened, right? I got into anime as a child. It's a terrible affliction. Anyway, holy crap! They just like launched themselves at this rock. That's really funny. And because of how hard they're hitting the rock, it's actually flying really close to the stash. So that's pretty good. Oh, this is a fun game. What does this mean? Overdrive. Fill it by clicking the rock or flicking shards. When you meet certain thresholds, the multiplier increases. Right, so I can get it above 2 times? Well, let's start clicking the rock, I guess. Yes. What is it actually multiplying, though? Oh, I don't think I can get it above 2. I'm gonna try mashing it as fast as I can. No, it's not going any higher. What is it multiplying though? Oh, damage capacity, etc. of your Norps. It's just multiplying my Norps' everything. That's awesome. I think we should get more runners. I think we should get more housing. But yeah, my friend was like, hey, there's this show called Naruto. And I was like, okay, that sounds awesome. It's about ninjas and shit. So I started watching it on this shady website, which probably exposed me to, probably not malware, but at least like terrible ads and shit. You know, all these like anime piracy sites have the worst kind of ads on them. And I got really into Naruto. I think I watched like most of it. I watched all of the part 1, and I think for Shippuden I got all the way to like... I definitely got as far as the start of the war, but not like... I didn't finish it. What is this? Is this the housing? That's kind of cute. I wonder what all these plants are. Yes, let's build more housing. I feel like we need more Norps. If we're gonna have more runners, we need more Norps. Not enough Norps. I've got plenty of Norps. What do you mean? Yes! More runners! But yeah, I got into Naruto. I played like the games on Xbox and stuff. I remember one level, one part of like Storm 2, I think it was, where you play against... You're playing as Naruto in like Six Tails or whatever. No, 6 is way too many. I think it's 3 Tails. You're playing as Naruto in like 3 Tails. And Orochimaru. You're against Orochimaru, and basically... You're doing great. Sometimes helpful messages will appear here. Okay. You're playing against Orochimaru, and there was this quick time event where you had to mash the B button, and I just could not do it. It was it was actually really difficult, for a kid at least. And I remember getting so frustrated at this QTE that I think I just stopped playing the game, at least until like the next day, but maybe forever, because I know that by this point Storm 3 was already out, and I put so many hours into that game. I used to play online and everything. Storm 3 was an amazingly fun game. I still say this, like, Ultimate Ninja Storm, the most fun, probably the only fun anime arena fighter. It's not the only, I said this in another video, it's not the only fun one. It is the most fun anime arena fighter. I think it's really, really awesome, and one of the most fun fighting games, honestly. Like, it's not super competitive. It's a silly game, and the cast is really, really unbalanced. But I like it. It's definitely fun, and it's super fan servicey. If you're into Naruto, you can do all of the cool moves, you can use all of the cool forms, you can play as like all the cool characters. Like, it's a very appealing game if that's something that you like, and I do like it. I think that what is the spends 4 seconds focusing pre-slam, plus 5 min-max range. That's good. Which provides no gameplay benefits. Well, I mean, it's got to be faster. If they're not meditating, it must be faster, right? I'll just turn on meditation. I don't see any reason not to do that. By jumping a few times the sum is... Let's just get another jump. Does that not make it slower, though? Because they have to wind up for longer? It's probably better overall. Okay, I think my runners are definitely going faster than my slammers, though. So we gotta do something about that. House of Shards. If you want to build more advanced buildings, get access to new Norps, the crew at the House of Shards have got you covered. Sure. Yeah, I used to play all kinds of Flash games, you know, Run 2, all of that good stuff. I used to play all of those games just like constantly. Like, instead of learning, I had this thing. It's called an Alpha Smart. If you look it up, you'll find it, because it's a pretty unique name, I guess. But yeah, it's called an Alpha Smart, and it's basically just like a computer that you can type on. It's got a screen and it's got a keyboard and not much else. What's this then? Weak spot discovery. Oh, we definitely want to discover the weak spot of this thing. So yeah, I used to write a lot, and like, you know, part of that was creative writing, definitely, and then other parts of that were like, I would just write down lyrics to songs that were stuck in my head. I would just write down like stuff that happened, but you could only save like 8 files or something. Maybe it was 9 files. There was basically like a save file per function key on a regular keyboard. But there wasn't 12. There was definitely less than 10. So I don't know. But they could be really heavy. Like, these files could have a lot of words in them, because like text doesn't take up a lot of space. And so I remember just like writing tons and tons of stuff, taking up basically all the space in these files, and you know what? Oh, we found the weak spot. There we go. Right, and if I click on the weak spots, a bunch of crap comes up out all at once. That's awesome. Oh, that'll keep the runners busy. I can stop clicking for a bit. Oh god, we got stats! We've got stats! Oh, I like it. I like it. And you can see with the damage, the weak spots are absolutely trumping everything else. That's pretty awesome. Yeah, these files, they would just be like massive, and it would take you ages to scroll through them, because I'm pretty sure you could only scroll a line at a time. Like, you could only display a line at a time. That's the kind of size that the screen was. And the only reason I had this thing in the first place was because I couldn't. My handwriting was terrible. My motor skills in general are terrible. This, like, a lot of people don't know this, but like my my gross motor skills, my gross, I don't know. My big motor skills are not very good. I trip and I fall quite often, but my fine motor skills are completely terrible. The only reason I'm able to play video games is because I've spent so much time doing it. Um, but like anything like handwriting, like stuff like that. When I play with like when I had my like when I started playing VR games for the first time, I got like a Quest 2. My family got like a Quest 2, and when I started playing it, I found it really difficult, the association between the hand in the game and the hand in the real world, because my motor skills are just completely worthless. But it's fine. I'm fine. It's something that like doesn't affect me on a day-to-day basis. I mean, the gross motor skills do, but on a fine motor skills basis, it's something that doesn't like affect me all too much. I like everything that I use my hands for on a day-to-day basis. Stuff like typing, playing games. I've spent thousands of hours doing both of those things, so I feel really comfortable with it. But yeah, my handwriting is still completely terrible. It's not really it might be getting worse because of how little I write, but I don't it's legible. It's mostly legible. People make fun of the way that I write certain letters, because it's wrong. Like, I'm not doing it the correct way. But I don't know, like, Norps with jetpacks. Okay, I've seen these in the trailer. I think these are really cool. They like fly around and presumably they hit the rock. Yeah, we need to get more Norps. It takes time before the Norps are ready to be productive members of Norp society. I get it. I get it. I've been there. But yeah, look, it's not a problem. It's not a problem. People make fun of my handwriting when they see it because it is silly, but it works. You can read it. Like, you will be able to read it. At some point on this channel, I'll write something and you'll be able to read it. So yeah, what was that whole tangent about? Cookie Clicker? This game runs really well as well. I'm getting like 110 FPS. It's pretty good. What, robotics? Drones are made and manned. Well, we do want robots. Right, so the jetpack guys just fall onto it. That's pretty cool. I've got one prestige point, and that's gonna get me these things, right? Presumably the talent points. But are any of these worth prestiging now, or should I wait till I can get like more than just this? By increasing your collection rate, this bar will fill up. You accrue a talent point when it's full. Progress is kept between prestiges, represented by the grey portion of the bar. I definitely feel like the play is to wait until I can get like multiple of these. Super Hot, that's a reference. I've played that game. That's another game that I played in primary school. The game wasn't out yet, but there was the Super Hot demo, and it was like 3 levels long, and it was like more of a proof of concept than anything. But I remember finding it probably through like a YouTuber or something. Let's say Jacksepticeye. I used to watch Jacksepticeye quite a lot. So it was probably, oh, combo chance. Get that up. I don't know what a combo is, but is a combo? Oh, a combo is when they like go back and forth. Oh, that's crazy. The production is crazy. Do these like robot? Oh, I guess they don't get them because they're not part of the same building. But yeah, Super Hot. It's one of these games that I would find it through playing, like watching a YouTuber play it, and then introduce it to people at my school, and they'd be like, "This game's awesome." And that's basically a lot of games. You know, Raft Wars? I didn't watch a YouTuber play it. I was introduced to Raft Wars by, I think, one of the like nursery teachers, because we had a computer in my nursery, and I distinctly remember getting Minecraft circa 2011. So again, this is when I'm like 8, and quickly becoming 9 and figuring out, oh, you can put Minecraft on a school computer. Like if you put it on a USB flash drive, you can just play Minecraft in school. And so oh, you can move these things around. Oh, that's cool. Okay. Oh, what's happening? What the hell? What the hell? What the hell? Where's all my shit going? What? No! It's taking negative damage. Reach your first compression event. What? What? What is this? What is this? What is that thing? What? It's going away. What? Holy crap. This game has more to it than I thought. What is that? I don't know if I'm supposed to be chasing this right now. Your pile just compressed. No, I didn't get to read it before I pressed OK. I'm guessing what happened is my pile got too big, so it compressed itself. But I don't know what this thing is. I guess I'll just leave it. It doesn't seem to be doing anything bad. What are all these pink rocks? Zybelium. Okay, can I make stuff with that? Is there like a... Zybelium, okay. So now we can collect it? Is this the Zybelium in the air, or the pink rocks the Zybelium? I want to get that. Let's try and nudge this towards the guy in the... Please? Okay, yes, it's definitely this thing is the Zybelium, because the guy's going towards it. No! Yes! No! Yes! What? It went right through. Okay, I'll leave it to collect on its own, I guess. This is really fun. Like, as far as idle games go, like, having little guys do it for... It's kind of like Lemmings. Having little guys doing it for you is really cool. Yes, Minecraft. I remember playing Minecraft in school and being like, guys, this game's fucking awesome. And people made fun of me for it. Right? They made fun of me for it. And then everyone gets it on Xbox, and suddenly it's cool to play Minecraft. I was made fun of for playing Minecraft before it was cool. Not to brag, I'm a bit of an OG. And then people made fun of me for playing Minecraft. And then suddenly they were all playing it a couple years later on Xbox. I'm not mad. I am mad. We don't... What? Okay, we've collected the thing, but like... Are we actually doing anything with this? Oh no, we haven't got it yet. Okay. Right, okay. Yeah. It has to go to the analysis lab. And what happens? What can I do with it? Bye-bye! Oh god, I've just unlocked a bunch of crap. Use it to unlock powerful upgrades. Choose carefully? How do I unlock them? Where do I... Oh, okay, okay. Combo power or fire breath? Hold on. Okay, so... Slammers will breathe fire on their 7th combo, deals 30 times slammer damage, stops the current combo, or... During a combo, every 3rd hit gets 5 times damage, with a range of 2 to 5, 7 to 10, with meditation. Well, the fire breath seems really good, but it also stops the combo, so your max combo just perpetually becomes 7, right? But that's fine, because It's 30 times damage, is a lot of damage. Is there... I can get teleportation. But I feel like that'll bottleneck me, right? Like, I'll just go too fast. I won't be able to keep up with the slam... Like, the slammers won't be able to keep up. What is this, then? That's too expensive. I can't do that. Do these guys get time shift? Usually when you land on something, there's only one impact. Enabled by Zybalium makes that not so. Bombers now shift back in time after striking the rock, setting up an immediate consecutive strike. Well, these guys are way better than the normal slammers, so I say we're gonna do that. Right? How much better will that make them? So look, they slam. Are they teleport? They're not. I feel like they're not teleport. Am I, like, stupid? Do they teleport, like, slightly up? Is that what... I feel like I got scammed. I'm not seeing any time shifting at all. What? Where's the time shift? I don't get it. I mean, they are faster now, I think. I can't really tell, but they appear to be slightly faster. Wait, what? What is this? That's what it looked like during the compression event. Oh, these pink ones are going back. Huh. What? So bizarre. I feel like I still don't fully understand the game that I'm playing right now. Okay, let's check out the prestige stuff. Like, how much can I get for... When runners go past the halfway point between the stash and the rock, slammers become furiously motivated and gain 2 times damage. None of these seem like that broken that, like, I should prestige for just 1 point. Runners get plus 20 capacity if total collection per minute is less than 50% of damage. Huh. I mean, some of those seem good, but I don't... Prestiging is a big deal in these games. It's always, like, a pretty tough choice for when to do your first prestige. And then it just kind of snowballs from there, so it's less important afterwards. Coco Cafe unlocks Mountaineers. Mountaineers climb the pile and throw shards for runners to pick up. Provides housing for 3 Norps. That's good. That's good. And we could almost afford to get robotics as well. I think we may need more housing. Where's the cafe? There's the cafe. It's climbing time. Rest. Well, why would I make them rest? There's no benefit other than not having them climb the pile. I guess it's good when you're, like, collecting faster than you're damaging, but that is definitely not our situation. There's the Mountaineer. He looks so sleepy. Why does he have that hat on? I mean, that's good, but it's also like, what is this? Get more by building a house for them. I'm trying! It's very expensive to build housing for them. Oh, we have a lot more runners now. I just invested everything into the runners. I should probably get more slammers, right? It is a weird... I'm not really thinking about it very much, but there is like an optimization challenge hitting... Wow. There is like an optimization challenge hidden in this game where it's like, I'm creating X amount of Norps. Where is like the optimal place to put them into to get more Norps faster? But I just won't concern myself with that, and I'll just keep pressing buttons. Can I dig him into a little hole? Kind of. Yes! Look at the mountain. Oh, he just jumped out. Absolute absolute unit that one is. So I'm guessing this big long line is how long until the next compression event. We kind of want a compression event because even though it like, I mean it gets us that Zybelium stuff. So even though we like technically lose damage on the rock, it's like overall beneficial, right? Current tier 2 out of 10. Huh. So it's not based on like a time, it's just based on how high the pile is. So the Mountaineers are actually bad for getting... They're good for getting shards and bad for getting compression events. I see why there's a rest button now. Because you don't always want the Mountaineers to be mountaineering, I guess. Kind of interesting. If a Mountaineer starts digging while at the highest point of the pile, it's crowned king and digs twice as fast. That's pretty cool. We're almost at 3 prestige. See that? We're at 2 now, and we're like halfway there to 3. That's crazy because I didn't even notice it turning to 2. I feel like we're definitely getting to the point where it seems like it might be beneficial to prestige. Press A and D or left and right to quickly swap between buildings. That's pretty useful to know. Yeah, this game's really fun. I'm having quite a lot of fun with it. I've played a lot of idle games in my time. I feel like they're definitely up and down in quality here and there, you know? But on the whole, I have a lot of fun with like Cookie Clicker and stuff. Clicker Heroes is one of those ones where I'm like, the idea's kind of interesting, that it's like RPG themed, kind of, you fight monsters and stuff, but also it is just a clicker game. I feel like the genre of idle games has kind of outgrown Cookie Clicker, because Cookie Clicker is no longer like the idle game. There's a lot of better ones. And I'm not necessarily saying like, oh, Cookie Clicker's a bad idle game. It's a very polished one, and there's a lot of content in it. But there are so many, like, there are so many idle games that have so much content in them that they, like, some of them just eclipse Cookie Clicker. And in terms of, like, right at the start fun, I'm having way more fun with this game, the Norpapolog, than I would have had with Cookie Clicker. I think. If I played Cookie Clicker for the first time today, I don't think I would have had as much fun as I'm having now. But it is the intro to idle games, right? Like I guess AdCap, like Adventure Capitalist, stuff like that, those games have become like similarly popular. And this is an opportunity for me to give a shout out to an idle game that I actually really liked. It's only on iPhone though, so if you have an Android or you don't have a phone at all, it's just kind of unfortunate, but the game is an iPhone exclusive as far as I'm aware. It's called Idle 1, and it heavily focuses on prestiging as a game mechanic, and it's a lot of fun. I had a lot of fun playing it. I tried to speedrun it, but it didn't go so well. It takes a very long time. I think it would roughly take about 8 hours or something of optimized gameplay to beat from a fresh save, and it took me multiple weeks on a first playthrough, but now I know like a lot more about the game. I think I could do it way faster, but still it's a game that requires a lot out of you to get to that point, and a lot of people will quit before they beat, like, because there's what is it, there's like 5 worlds, basically. It might be 7, I don't remember the exact number, but there's like a number of worlds, and I think a lot of people quit before they beat the first world, because the first world, spoiler, is usually the longest. I think not necessarily always the longest, depending on some things, but it's usually the longest, and I think a lot of people quit before they get to it, the end of that world. But the game really snowballs from there and becomes like a whole different game, honestly. Like there's new mechanics introduced, and I don't know, I think Idle 1 is a really fun game, a really cool game that I don't see many people talk about. I've looked up stuff about the game, and there's very limited conversation about it on various websites and stuff, but I really enjoyed playing it. There was a good period of my life where it was basically what I did. Like, it was basically what I did when I had to fill an awkward amount of time. If I had like 7 minutes waiting for a bus, yeah, I'm playing Idle 1. If I had longer than that, then maybe I'd like do something else, but Idle 1 was a really good way to fill those 7 minutes. Because it's an idle game that you don't benefit very much from playing idly. Like, you really have to put a lot of active thought and effort into playing the game to really achieve anything. You have to be pressing buttons. Like, there's this mechanic in the game where if you're idle, you stop generating money and you start generating a different resource. And that different resource is really good, it's really useful, but it becomes exponentially more useful the less you play. If you stop playing for 5 minutes, you'll get an amount of that resource. But if you stop from playing for, a month, you'll get a huge amount of that resource that's really valuable. And you might think like, oh, doesn't that encourage you to idle more? Doesn't that encourage you to play the game less? But I actually disagree, because it's so valuable while you're playing the game to have that resource. It just encourages you to play the game interspersed with your like regular life. It's like you should stop playing the game for a week to get a huge boost in your production. But you can only get that boost in your production while you're actively playing it. So it's more like you're encouraged to take huge breaks from the game. And I think in that way, the game kind of cements itself as part of your day, or at least part of your week. And I don't know, that's kind of interesting. From a game design perspective, I find that really interesting. It's definitely not a game that's for everyone. And I do not think that it's like the end all be all of idle games either. I just think it's neat. I just think it's really fun. I do. I do think it's really fun. I'm tempted to Prestige now, because we haven't done it yet, and we can get 2 points for it, so let's just go for it. I don't know what I lose from Prestiging. Like, oh, it's happening. Yeah, I don't know what I lose. Like, presumably I lose my Norps, right? Okay. Oh, we just go right back to the start. Okay, that makes sense. I'm not surprised at all by that. But now that we've prestiged, we have some things to play with. So let's see what we can get. We have strength in numbers, right? Like, we got that for free. Yeah, I think we did. And then I can choose from basically any of the... Okay, fire damage generates shards that fly further. Fire damage is a range of 8 to 9, up from 0 to 3. Okay, that's good. I didn't have fire breath last time, but maybe I should. Explosive exposition. Hits by grenades reduce the time until the next weak spot appearance by 3 seconds. Grenades? I don't even have those. Huh. I think I should get popcorn and bullet breath, and then just, like, really go towards the slammer route instead of getting the flying guys. Auto house? Yeah, get that on. I want auto housing. Sounds awesome. I like how it kind of gave me a head start there. Like, my first click did a lot more. Just like immediately get into the game, right? This is another thing that like in Idle 1, when you restart a new prestige, every time there's like thresholds basically of like it becomes faster to prestige when you're doing it. When you're doing it, it becomes faster to prestige every time you do it. It's pretty cool. I know that's not like super unique either, but it seems like the auto housing's only when you have like excess. Because I just had enough to auto house, but it didn't. So there must be like a ratio of like you have this much extra, you can okay. Yes, okay. We want to get runners so that I no longer need to so that I no longer need to click them into the hole because it's really annoying. This will take a second to set up because we need to get to the first compression again, right? We need to get to the first compression before we can get the fire breathing, and then it should, in theory, then it starts snowballing because the because the upgrades we got were for that. So hopefully I'm right. Hopefully I'm right about that. Yeah, it does take a while. I know this game's pretty long. I think I saw someone with like 7 hours time in the reviews that said they beat it in one sitting. I'm not going to play this for 7 hours, but I do want to see the fire breath stuff in action, see if it makes a huge difference or not. So, I mean, I'll at least be around long enough to do that. And yeah, I mean, building back from the first Prestige is exactly what I was worried about. It slows down gameplay so much that I was kind of like, I don't know if I want to do this, but I do think it's the right call. It's just kind of irritating. I still have that cold. I'm recording this after the Celeste video, Celeste 64. I still have that cold. I feel like I'm getting better though. Like I can speak for longer. I feel like I'm able to project more of my voice, which is good because I want to record and it's just difficult. It's just difficult when I'm sick to record, to have the energy, all of that. And it's something like, you know, to achieve Melon Keeper Gold, I need to be able to record when I'm sick. Because if I get sick, I can't just lose the challenge, right? And I can't perpetually have a big enough backlog. I mean, in theory I can, but I don't think I can perpetually have a big enough backlog. Because I don't want to just, like, I was talking to my friend about gold and how I'm gonna have to like be doing this during uni, and he was like, well, you could just stockpile a ton of videos, and it's like, yeah, but how much do you think I can record in a day? Like how much do you think I can record and still have something to talk about? Like it's not easy. And now I realize the more I make these videos that I am doing something that I've criticized Alpharad for in the past, which is that there came a point in Alpharad Plus, I think it was Mario Maker, there came a point in Alpharad Plus where each video, the conversation increasingly became about Alpharad Plus, right? They started talking about how funny and ironic they were instead of just being funny and ironic. And I think I've definitely hit this point very quickly with Gold, where I'm talking about the channel and my goals with it a lot more than I'm talking about anything interesting. But it's another thing where I talked about this on Melon Keeper Plus. For people who watched Melon Keeper Plus, you'll know about this. But I don't think, I'll be quite upfront about it, I don't think those people exist. I don't think anybody watched Melon Keeper Plus. I think Armin did watch some of the Melon Keeper Plus videos, but by and large, nobody watched it. And I'm not bothered by that, because Melon Keeper Plus was garbage content, and I don't mind putting out garbage content for Melon Keeper Gold because the point of Melon Keeper Gold is just to make the videos. I made no qualitative statement. The videos must be this good before I upload them, but I do have a certain standard that I want to meet at the same time. So, I don't know. One thing I've really struggled with is balancing the audio in these videos. I know how to do it because I used to stream and I never had audio problems, but I play so many games that balancing it at the start of each recording is just boring, so I don't always do it. If I just played one game for a year, I could just balance it once and then, you know, it's done, but we don't have that privilege. Oh, archery range, is that new? I feel like I didn't have that before. Well, let's get it. Let's get it, yeah. This is definitely new. I did not have this before. It's pretty cool. I think I'm just going to keep buying things that will damage the rock, because the more damage I do to the rock, the faster we get to the compression. And like, the runners are good because the runners are getting stuff which will help me damage the rock more, but if the runners are too good, then they start undoing the progress towards the compression. So we definitely want to make sure that like we're only upgrading them so much. And right now we probably could do with more runners, but whatever. Oh, I do like all these guys though, they're very cute. I'm quite a big fan of like the art in this game. It's very simple, but it's very cute. I have to make a game, and I'm gonna play it on gold. I'm definitely gonna play it on gold, but I have to make a game for my university, and I've never made a game before. And one of the things I'm really sort of looking forward to, but also worried about, is making art for a game, because I'm hopeless at art, and I've tried art. I've tried to learn art. It's really tricky. I have a lot of respect for artists. And I think I've kind of come to the thing, like, I don't want to draw, and I don't want to do art enough to do it. Like, it's definitely achievable, because of course it's achievable, right? Like, anything given enough time and putting your mind to it, and this is true, this isn't just me trying to, like, I don't know, say the right thing, or like say the inspirational thing. I genuinely believe it. If you put your like time and effort into something, you can achieve great things. But you have to want to, right? You have to want to put that effort in. And I don't think I wanted enough to ever achieve any sort of competence with art. And that's fine. It's something that I think is really cool and I want to be good at, but not enough to actually like do it. And I have a lot of things that I want to do more than that, right? Like, I'm more interested in the games that I play and the speedruns that I do. Like, that's something I'm a lot more passionate about. But, like, I don't want to use assets. I'm not against using assets. I don't think... I think it would be more fun, just from an interest, from a hobby perspective. I think it would be more fun to make everything basically from the grounds up. Do the art myself, do the game myself, see what I come up with, and if it's bad, it's bad. I have a motivation to not have it be bad, which is that my grades are tied to this. But at the same time, like games are art, and failing is part of the creative process. And if I didn't fail to make something fantastic, then I guess like that would devalue the art in some way. Not that every art needs to be a failure. That's obviously a ridiculous thing to say. But what I do mean is that in the pursuit of great art, there are always failures along the way. You can only learn by failing, right? We're only the sum of what we learn from our mistakes. And I haven't made those mistakes yet. So this project has to fail in some form, but it can also succeed in many forms. We have like 10 weeks to make it. That's a lot of time to spend working on one thing. I know that a lot of games take a lot longer than that, but then you look at other games like Celeste 64, made by a very, very, very skilled team of developers, but still made in a week. Maybe, we'll see what I can achieve in 10 weeks. It won't be anything near that level of quality. I've never done game dev before, and I've never tried either. It's not a particular interest of mine. I like software dev, and I like video games, but I've never been particularly interested in game dev. And maybe I'll finish this project and come out with a new appreciation, and actually I do like game dev. But I don't think that's gonna happen. I'm not expecting that to happen. I don't know what to expect from this project. It's something completely new, and after doing about 3 years of university, it's rare that I'm faced with something completely new, because for the last 3 years it's been building on the same stuff. But game dev feels like, other than the programming aspect, it's just a completely new thing to me, right? Like, obviously, I'm learning new stuff. And obviously game dev is related to programming in a very obvious way. But at the same time, it is a lot more obvious to me what the connection is between the stuff I did in high school and the stuff I'm doing now in universities. That stuff is a lot more obvious to me when we're talking about, I don't know, databases. I did that in high school, I did that in university. That connection is way more obvious than the leap from, oh, we're programming, like, we're programming this thing and then we're programming a game. It feels like one of the most creative tasks that I've been asked to do in university, and I'm really looking forward to it. I'll be starting that next week, and I'm really looking forward to it. I have a couple ideas for what the video could be. It could be just me playing the game after it's done, in which case you'll see that video in approximately 11 weeks or something. So, what, 2 and a bit months? Or maybe I make like a devlog kind of thing, in which case it might be an even later video because I have to edit it all and follow the progress of the game as I make it. I really don't know what I intend to do on that front, but I'm excited to do it. I think there's no more way to make the video like, this is quite a personal video to me, than, oh, I'm showing off my own work. Because I've said a lot about the games that I've played on this channel. I've said a lot of stuff like, oh, this game's really good, I really like it. I've said, oh, this game's boring, it's not as good as whatever, and it'll be interesting to put myself in the dev position, rather than the player position. Yeah, I'm really looking forward to it. Okay, here we go. We've discovered weak spots again. I do want Norp Propulsion Lab because, like, it's so good. It's such a good... Like, they were generating so much of my damage last time. I kind of need to have the propulsion guys. Although I will say, with regards to the Norp Propulsion Lab, since I'm not specifically trying to buff those guys, I really want my Slam Club guys to be the best. Maybe it's a bad idea to invest into them now, because, like, we'll get the compression in some time, as long as I keep upgrading these guys, like, we're gonna get there. We're moving a lot faster than the runners are, and yet the runners are still getting us enough stuff to keep upgrading. So I think we're in a good position, and I don't want to upgrade the runners too much right now. And the auto housing thing really is a luxury because I have not thought about housing once. I've just clicked the upgrades when I see that it's possible, and that's great. So yeah, how many? We've got 15 slammers, and they're not doing 15 times better than the GPL. The GPL is doing like maybe a 10th. So if I just upgraded this a few times, we'd probably get a lot of value out of that. Or maybe I should do that. We've got combos though. Combos are pretty good. I'll have to save up a lot to upgrade that again though, because it is like 3 point something thousand. Yeah, there's something. I mean, it's like the forager thing. Oh, I haven't uploaded that video yet. It's like the Minecraft thing in Minecraft mods, where like you just want to keep playing to get to the next big thing, right? The thing with idle games is they can be interesting or they can be not interesting. This is an idle game where I feel like the next big upgrade is going to be fun and it's going to be interesting because like if I'm playing Cookie Clicker and I get a big upgrade, it just makes my cookie production go higher. But in this game, it has a tangible effect on the field. Like I can see the Norps. I can see them doing the stuff. Yeah, that is the longest tooltip in the game. What the hell? A new type of arrow. The rock freezes after being struck by 6 ice arrows. After a 4-second duration, the ice shatters for 2x the damage dealt while the rock was frozen with a range of 0 to 3. Additional ice arrows do not increase the duration, but instead deal double damage. After shattering, the rock is immune to ice. That's so complicated. Fire shatters ice immediately, but does not prevent ice buildup. Ice arrows deal 7 damage with a range of 0 to 10. I think it's cute that they put this is the longest tooltip in the game. Ice arrows seems really good. I feel like ice arrows seems better than fire arrows because fire arrows just deal more damage. I'm gonna get ice arrows. Why not? Let's see them firing. Are those ice arrows now, or do I need to? Okay, those are ice arrows. Let's see what that does to these things. Oh wow. What? Okay, those are crazy. Those are very quickly doing like a lot of damage. For the amount of like archers, okay, we're getting the compression. Okay, we're back. We're so back. We're basically back to where we were. Oh, but now I need to upgrade this to get the okay, that's fine. Okay. I need to make sure I have enough shards to do everything that I want to do now. Oh, the ice arrows seem like a really good investment to me. There's no, it doesn't seem like there's a way to get more archers though. That's kind of weird. Anyway. Drones deliver shards but eat 60% of them. That just seems crap. Zybelium collection. Get this Zybelium over there ASAP. I want... Please don't be awkward. Okay, yes. Fly over there. No, okay, this is just annoying. It's gonna take forever to collect this if it keeps flying away. Yes, okay, I'm just gonna leave it now. Those are inevitably gonna touch each other. Can I get the tooltip that explains what the pink stuff is? Because I still don't fully feel like I understand. It seems like it's a layer of rock that, like, if it's sat long enough, it goes back into the rock. Which I guess is to make the compression, like, not happen as quickly. It's such, like, gambling. Like, I touch the the Zybelium because I want it to go to the guy faster, and then it just goes the wrong way and takes even longer. I remember the reason I learned to click fast is because of Minecraft PvP. And I didn't even play Minecraft PvP very much, I just watched YouTubers like Technoblade and stuff who did Minecraft PvP videos. One thing I do think is interesting about this game is the order you build towers in actually does matter. Because, like, I guess it doesn't matter very much, but like, this is over here because I built it after these things. Whereas in my other playthrough, it was closer to the rock. Like, maybe that means the jetpack guy has further to fly, right? And that's making him less effective. But I don't know if he actually returns to his spot or not, or if he just, like, flies up from up here. I'm pretty sure, yeah, he doesn't return to the thing every time, so it's not like it takes that long. But it is interesting. Oh. Right, where are we at with the housing stuff? I can afford it, but I guess I don't need it. Because it's not... Huh. Okay, now we can upgrade the slammers with the fire breath. And we got 2 upgrades to the fire breath. So in theory, we should start seeing this pay off. Right, but they need to do a 7 combo first, which is pretty unlikely when it's like a 60% chance of comboing. So maybe I just got scammed. But let's wait and see if we see anyone do it. Go, little guy. Yes! Yes! He's still... I can't tell if he's still going or not. Yes! There's the fire breath! Was that worth it? I think it will be worth it once I get the combo chance up more, but right now I'm not convinced that that was worth it. Whatever, let's get more runners now. We're not waiting for the compression, so we can just, like, upgrade the hell out of those, get way more, Oh, Zybelium arrows. What do those do? I guess I can't find out until I get a bunch of compression. I'm guessing I need 2 compressions, but maybe the more compressions you do, the more Zybelium you get per? I don't know. Lingering energy resulting in a 3x multiplier to the next 5 damage instances. You can tell this is written by a developer because, like, damage instances is not the easiest way to explain what this is doing, right? Like, nobody who only plays games thinks about games in the way... Or, yeah, no casual, like, gamer thinks about games in a way where they would call them damage instances. You just say hits, right? Like, you just... I know that there's a difference because... I mean, there is a difference between damage instances and hits, but I feel like it gets the point across. Whatever. Let's get more I guess I should be upgrading the Norp Propulsion Lab more. Because even with the fire breath thing, they're probably still better. Although I do think that fire breath is probably still a better spend of Zybelium than the Ultra Boost, not the Ultra Boost, than the Time Shift Impact would be, because that... I did not really see it doing anything. But yeah, I don't know, it's a slow-going idle game. Like, it's not... I've played idle games that at the start are more rapidly paced than this one is, but it's like a perfect level of satisfying progression where I don't feel like I'm in a rush to get anything done. I think the aesthetic of the game helps as well, because I'm really into the aesthetic of this. I think this looks really fun to watch, so I'm okay with waiting so long for it, right? Can you hear my cat? My cat's in the background here. Hold on a sec. Being rudely interrupted. Whatever. What's happened? Well, I was not looking. Not much. Our damage is still significantly ahead of our collection. So we can get another compression here soon, and that's probably worth aiming for. So I probably shouldn't... What's wrong? You've been fed? This cat is really annoying. She cut me. Not right now. Otherwise I would have gone like, ow! But a couple days ago I woke up and she was sleeping on top of me, and when I moved over, half asleep, she fell and tried to grab onto my face with her claw. She cut my face. And that's why I hate my cat. Amongst other reasons, like interrupting my recordings and being really annoying. I have more cat. I have 2 cats. Pretty cool. Alright, wait, compression events increase your tier. What happens when I get to tier 10 compression? I definitely don't think we're going to get that done in this video, but maybe. I'm pretty into this game. I definitely want to keep playing it. Okay, let's not get more Slam Club. Let's get more GPLs, because they seem really good to me. Another thing I've seen in idle games is when they don't actually do separate, like, calculations for each tower, and they just have, like, a single stat, a single, like, total that you gain per second. I find that really unsatisfying when that happens, because it's like the number just increases every second instead of like rapidly going up. And I've seen that in a few like more amateur games, stuff like Five Nights at Freddy's Clicker, which is probably a real game. I just made that up as an example, but Five Nights at Freddy's Clicker is almost certainly a real game. Oh, I need to play that. Well, what's your favorite clicker game? Oh yeah, I'm on Five Nights at Freddy Clicker. It definitely exists. You know it exists. You know I'm right. That's really funny. I hope that does actually exist. No, it does. It does. I swear I played like Pizza Clicker or something on Melon Keeper Plus. It was like Five Nights at Freddy's Pizzeria Clicker, and you could unlock Purple Guy and stuff. That game was awesome. I played a lot of crap on that channel. The thing is, like, it kept getting harder and harder to make videos, because I didn't just want to play FNAF 1 clones, but that's also like what 90% of the games are. I don't know, I feel so much better about this channel, because at least there's a variety, right? I'm not just playing Day Shift at Freddy's for like a month, which is a cool game. I do actually like Day Shift at Freddy's. It won't be making an appearance on this channel though, because it's a visual novel and I've already played it, so like what would actually be the point of me playing it again, right? Like I know what all the things are and what they do. I've seen all the dialogue before. It would just not be interesting. I feel like the stack is not as tall as it was earlier, and yet the compression is still going up. In fact, the like minus damage, I don't know what to call this. The red line is bigger than, I guess it's still lower than the sum of all these lines. But we definitely need to get it bigger. It's becoming a problem. I definitely think I need to somehow get more damage. I guess I just buy more slammers and stuff, right? What else is there to do? Is this the thing where I'm gonna like, oh, I get the ice arrows until it's frozen, and then I use the fire arrows? I have to like micro this. So here we go. They're gonna do their ice arrows. That's 3, and then that's 6, so it gets frozen, right? And then I use the fire arrows. In theory, okay, that didn't even work because they switched after. How good is the fire arrows? It doesn't seem like it's... I mean, they're not shooting very much, so I'll give them a second, but... It doesn't seem like it's that good compared to the ice arrows. But it was also cheap as chips, so... Yeah, I definitely don't think the fire is as good as the ice. Yeah, I think the ice is just the way to go, honestly. It's interesting how it's creating this shape where it's like just a tower going upwards, because it started off like hugely spread along the ground, but it seems like all of the damage is just not sending it very far, which means the runners have to run further, but that's not a bad thing because it means we're getting closer to the next compression. We should start thinking about what we want to spend our Zybelium on. Well, we can't afford the garden, we know that. What about... Wait, we can afford Gun V Rock though. We're almost at 10,000. I'm just gonna click on that. Oh, I don't have a guy though. Unlocks Norps with expensive guns. That's awesome. I love guns. Yeah, we definitely want to get Gun V Rock. But I don't know when that's gonna happen because we don't have any guys. I guess I need more housing, right? But housing's super expensive right now. Is there any way I could take someone off of their current job? I don't think there is. I think I've just made a bit of a fuck up. I guess we just have to wait. We're very close to this compression though, so that can help us get there faster. What? Okay, we could get rocket arrows. Or... I mean, it's that or like there's not much I can spend it on. I could get combo power. I could get teleportation, which would be bad. If what we want to do is get more compressions, that's bad. I'm worried that teleportation would make... I'm worried that teleportation would make collection go too fast, but right now collection is definitely too slow. So I think it would be a good idea to get teleportation, because I don't think the combo thing is that worth it. When what we actually want is our combo chance to go higher. What does the jumps do again? Just +1 damage? We should probably be buying those. I'll buy them now, I guess. There's no reason not to. I'm just waiting with a bunch of money I can't spend anyway. It's just extra damage. It's +1 damage on per jump performed. But does that like add to the combo so it's +5 for every one of those as well? Because that would be awesome. I think it probably is. We're so close to this compression event. It's gotta happen soon. There's too many pink rocks. It just keeps going back to the thing. Is there anything I can do to like stop the pink rocks from going back? I don't think there is. It's a bit irritating. Oh, we got it. We got the compression. Let's go. Let's see, you can change your color with F1 to F7 or Shift F1 to F7. Do not press F8 or Shift 8. I'm gonna Google what F8 does in this game, because it said do not, but it didn't tell me why not. F8 Gnorp Apolog. What does it do? I don't know. I'm gonna press F1 and stuff to see the new color palettes though. Oh, I really like the OLED one. I don't know why I called it OLED. The black one. It would look good on an OLED screen, which I don't have. Wait, there's blue, pink, and white. No. Yes, blue, pink, and white rocks. This is like transgender Gnorp. But where are the pink rocks going? They're just like gone now. I can see them, but they're not staying. Oh, the green one's interesting. It said don't press F8, so I'm actually going to listen to that because I'm worried it's going to be like strobe or something, and then I'm not going to be able to upload this video. So I actually won't press it just in case it's like a strobe light effect, but I googled it and didn't get like an immediate answer, so... What about... Oh yeah, it's like F1 shift and... Oh, they all look the same to me. Oh, it just means shift or... Oh yeah, so instead of pressing function, you can press shift. Cool. Okay, well we got the Zybelium, we got the transgender rocks, which is awesome. We unlocked additional housing. Every third housing you build builds another for free. Applies retroactively. That's a really good upgrade. It's far too expensive for where we're at in the game right now, but that's very good. We gotta get Gun V Rock. We can almost afford it now. We're actually almost in a position where I can do that. Yeah, I still don't think I want to spend Zybelium on the time shift impact. These guys... They are still providing a lot of damage for me, to be fair. Let's get Gun V Rock and then see what happens with that, I think. But yeah, our collection is now like almost catching up with our damage. It's not quite there yet, but it's definitely close. I mean, it's half, but like... it says it's half, but then look at this. It definitely doesn't feel like it's half. It feels like it's more than half. But I think that's just because they're picking up all of this and not this. So it feels like this should be growing faster than it is, but it's actually just because there's more stuff being scattered in the farther side. Compression events cause your mountaineers to come down from the pile and your drones to die. Well, the drones seem like assholes if they eat the stuff, but whatever. I wonder if there's a thing like in this game, and it's actually, the game's deep because it's about capitalism and the infinite expansion, and we can't take all the resources from the rock, and the rock is actually Earth. That's pretty deep if you think about it. Where are the gun guys? What's going on with that? Oh, there they are. Are they, like, really good? They do not appear to be really good. Maybe we get the Zybelium Battle Norp, though. That could be good. I'm ready. Hold on. Let's see what we can get on our next prestige. Fire deals 2.5 damage. Fire damage occurs 6 times faster. That's basically like a 12 times damage or something, right? Like, that's really good. But it's only on fire, and I'm not sure how much fire I have. Allow Norps to become empowered by inspirations, which allows you to fine-tune the units according to your talent and upgrade choices. Maybe? I don't know. The guns seem like they are definitely quite good, considering the little amount of money I've put into it. They are doing quite a significant chunk of damage here. Just like relatively speaking. So that's pretty good to see, considering how expensive it was. Yeah, you get an achievement called My Eyes for doing Shift plus 8, so I'm pretty sure it can't be good, right? I'm looking at it, but I'm not really seeing what it actually does. So I don't want to try it. If it is like a strobe thing. Whatever, it's not that important. It's just the fact that they mentioned specifically not to do it that makes me think, like, maybe I should do it. It's the reverse psychology thing, I guess. Why did my damage, like, go really small? Oh, because I hovered over, like... Oh, you can see the specific number everyone's... So this is 5,000 and this is... Yeah, the guns are really good. I'm gonna get the... I don't have enough Norps for it, but I'm gonna get the Zybelium upgrade for that one, I think. God, we're really far away from having 4 spare Norps, though. Maybe I should upgrade... Yeah, I think I'm gonna upgrade the collectors, because I really need to get housing faster. Like, it's starting to become a bit of a bottleneck in the setup. Which I think, like, the housing is always the major bottleneck so far, because it's like, you can never build houses fast enough to keep up with the amount of shards you have to buy new upgrades. Which makes sense from a game design perspective, to have that resource be like the main limiting resource. But then you also get more of that resource by spending the other resource that you have excess of, so feels pretty balanced, I guess. It's interesting because it's really easy to talk about game design without actually knowing. Like, I've never been taught a class on game design. I don't know what I'm actually talking about. I've just played a lot of games, so I have a lot of opinions on games. Like, I could be making shit up. Like, I'm definitely making shit up. But I could be completely wrong. Like, maybe that's bad game design. But I just called it good game design. Or maybe it's just game design. And, like, good versus bad game design is completely, like, subjective. And honestly, that's definitely true. Good versus bad game design completely depends on your goal as a game developer. So... In that sense, it's probably pretty subjective. Wait, upgrade unlock delivery rush. Hires 2 Norps to act as cheerleaders for when runners deliver shards. Runners get a 1 piece per second increase to their speed for a short time after delivering shards. Awesome. I do want to see what the cheerleader Norps look like. That sounds really funny. But yeah, like, I guess it happens with all kinds of media. You see all these YouTubers who make video essays about video game design, and I'm sure, like, some of them know what they're talking about, and I'm sure a lot of them have just played video games a lot. And their opinions are interesting enough that they have a lot of viewers. And I think that's cool as well. I think it's really awesome that we can all just have opinions on media and we don't necessarily need to be, like, the most educated on, like, the particulars of it. Because at the end of the day, what matters the most is, like, how we feel about art and how we interact with art. And if that involves, like... If that involves just playing a lot of video games and therefore I have opinions on video games, then that adds up and that makes sense to me. You know, I play a lot of... I've watched a lot of TV, right? Not as much as some other people, but I've watched a lot of TV. I have opinions on TV. Those opinions are not... They're not particularly valuable to anybody who is dissimilar from me. My opinions on TV are good at informing people who have similar, like, opinions to me. because if you like the kind of things I like, and I say I didn't like this, then it's useful. But on average, it's not useful. Because if I say, oh, I didn't like this thing, well, maybe you do. Maybe you will like this thing. Because, like, art is subjective. So you have this thing where it's like... you have this thing where it's like, oh, I like this thing because of this reason. And it's like, oh, that's the exact reason that I don't like it, right? And that's fine. Like, okay, take this for example, right? Doctor Stone. Really fun anime, in my opinion. I watched season 1, season 2. Had fun with Doctor Stone. Haven't read the manga or seen the 3rd season. And I don't particularly feel like I need to, but maybe I will at some point. Some people will say they don't like it. They feel like it's boring because they spend a lot of time in the same place, just sort of building up on stuff that they already have, or like doing new, a lot of the show is like less exploration compared to other like shonen shows, and it's just like staying in one place, iterating on stuff, like expanding the tech tree. It's like a city builder show, basically, is the way I look at it. It's kind of similar to That Time I Got Reincarnated as a Slime is also like that show sucks though, but like it's also like a city builder show. It's the only other one I could think of that was similar. Where am I going with this? I like that aspect of it. I think Senku iterated, like, Senku is this character who has the sum of human scientific knowledge all within his brain, and we spent the entire show basically doing a Minecraft mod pack of like okay, what do we need next to advance this specific skill tree? And why are we going down this skill tree instead of some other one? And he has all sorts of reasons to, right? He makes Coca-Cola because the only way he could convince somebody to work with him is by making Coca-Cola, because they live in a time where Coca-Cola has gone extinct, right? And he's the only guy who could possibly come up with it because, again, he has the whole like sum of human scientific knowledge in his brain somehow. Like, you have to get past the premise, which is that this guy is just like an ultra genius, sort of like living internet kind of character. But once you get past that, then the show, in my opinion, becomes really, really fun. Press W or up to look at the top of the pile. Wow, it did take me to the top of the pile. That's true. And so I think it is interesting the way that people's preferences differ in that way. Because, you know, I'm pretty open-minded. I'm happy to watch whatever and listen to whatever, to play whatever games. And yeah, I think like it comes down to like not judging a book by its cover, I guess, because very much you can do that, but you limit yourself. You limit the possible experiences you can have. If you look at something like... Let me try to think of a good example. If you look at something like Sorayori, A Place Further Than the Universe, and you think, oh, this is just one of those cute girl doing cute things shows. This is just some, like, Iyashike bullshit. Then you're severely limiting your potential experience, which is actually, this show is really, really compelling and powerful. But on the surface, yeah, it does appear to be a silly little, like, Iyashike show, but it's so much more than that, in my opinion. And maybe you wouldn't like it, but I think it's fantastic. I have I guess if this is what we're doing, because I've just spent the past like 20 minutes talking about anime, which I'm sorry for, because I know nobody wants to hear people talk about anime. I don't want to hear people talk about anime. But since I'm doing it anyway, I have 3 shows that I think are completely fantastic and are my favorite. I'm gonna turn down the sounds on the... Where's the... Yeah, I'm gonna turn down the effects a bit, because I think the gun sounds are a bit loud. I think my favorite show, Kwalamagi Madoka Magica. It's also my favorite story, like across anything. Kwalamagi Madoka Magica, my favorite story. Please watch it. A Place Further Than the Universe is gripping, compelling. It's an amazing story, and then it's JoJo, because JoJo is awesome. So yeah, if you were curious at all about the shows that I like, those are them. And I think if you like anime, put that shit to the top of your list. If you don't give a shit about anime, then more power to you, because Jesus Christ. Oh, we definitely want to get Balloon Gunner. I think that's good. Like, yeah, I make fun of like anime and stuff, but I am just as guilty of watching hours and hours of the stuff. But just yeah. I hate how big this red line is. It's 10,000 like shards. I'm losing just for no reason here. It seems like it gets more extreme the further this compression line gets. The more of these shards I'm losing just like passively. But again, like this tower doesn't look that big compared to what we started with, because it's so skinny. Like it's tall, but it's not all that, right? But apparently it is all that. Apparently. Yes, we should be getting combo chance as much as possible, because if we can get to 100% combo chance, yes, they can combo on the combos too. What does that mean? They can combo on the combos too? I don't know what that means. Anyway, yeah, we want to upgrade our combo chance as much as possible, because the more we get the combo, the more we get the fire breath, the more we get the bullet breath. And that's really good. So we should be trying to get that as much as possible. And look at all these damage sources, right? Like, we've got so many compared to what we started with, which was just little guys slamming their head against a rock. Now we've got tech trees, and it feels like a living, sort of breathing community of characters, when in reality, this whole society is built around these guys slamming their heads against a wall. Which, I don't know, there's something oddly human about that, right? Because, like I said earlier about we are nothing but the sum of what we learn from our mistakes, equally, right? The human experience and human achievement is just what we gained from banging our heads against a wall until eventually we got stuff to work, right? Eventually we got to space. Eventually we made all these weapons that destroy rocks. I don't know what I'm talking about. I don't feel like I want to proceed yet, but also I feel like it is slow going now. So I think I will end the video here. I think we've had a decent run, an hour and a half here on the Norp Analog. And no, not Analog, Apolog. I think we've had a good run with this game. I don't think it's going to be... I think it's going to be a while until I reach any like new and interesting content, which doesn't make for a great video, because I'm at the rambling stage of these long videos. You know, in the Minecraft video we definitely got there. I'm not convinced that I did get to the rambling stage when I made that Slay the Spire video, but at the same time, I had the game to talk about there, and it's hard to talk about this game for any longer when nothing is actually happening. Absolutely fantastic game, by the way. Had a lot. The damage and collection meters cover the last minute. That's good to know. It has been a lot of fun. I really do enjoy this game. It's like £5 on Steam. Get it? It plays on Linux as well, so if you're a loser, you can still play it. And yeah, I'll see you in the next video.